So we had pre-recorded sign language, we had audio description, and we had stage text captions on the screen as well. Just need to say about the thing about drama schools. Judith and I set up a training course called The Missing Piece, which ran for 5 years. And so it was hardcore professional training for disabled actors. And over 5 years, we've trained over 50 actors. So we got the money to make sure that they had we had 4 or 5 interpreters on the course, we had access workers on the course, we had everything. In England, I get about 30 hours a week of full interpreter support. So I go to all my meetings, have my rehearsal. All that money is paid to me from the government. The government don't pay for training. So we fundraised and got the money to make sure that our actors had absolutely the best access. So all they had to worry about was being a good actor. And also we gave them that support so that they could go out to big wide world and say, I'm a disabled actor, I'm blind, I need someone who can line feed my lines, or I need my copy in Braille. I can apply for access, do access to work, this is how you do it. So they went out there with confidence to be very, very proud of who they were, very clear about their access needs, and very, very clear that they were excellent actors. So the new training thing we've been doing is, Ross was talking about it for Deaf Art Next Work in Melbourne. We're doing street art. It's because of Unlimited. Unlimited is very focused on outdoor work, but to date, we've never had disabled people doing outdoor work. I was lucky enough to be introduced to Strange Fruit, who are based in Melbourne, and that is about climbing up a 10-foot pole, being strapped in your legs, and then swaying. So when we did our first performance, we had 3 Strange Fruit people from Australia and 3 deaf actors on the ground and 3 non-disabled actors on the poles. And I said, well, why can't we have deafies up there? Or blind people, or anybody who has good physical upper body strength. So Judith got us a whole wad of money to set up training. So I had 9 artists, 5 deaf, 2 visually impaired, and 2 mobility impaired. And Daryl, who you might have seen perched on the pole, Daryl has very good physical upper body strength to get up the pole, but can't put any weight on his legs. So they created a perch, so he sits on the perch, 10 foot up, with a leather wrist strap, and he has the most extraordinary freedom up there to unpick his legs so he can fly off the pole, come back. So we are carrying on. We got our unlimited money to be able to carry on that area of work. And I've got loads of more deaf artists and other people waiting in the wings because they know that they can get up that pole. The pole does demand fitness and strength. So some of my girls who are electric wheelchair users will say, well, Jen, that's not very equal, is it? No. It's not actually, but we have the rhinestone rollers. So we have 12 electric wheelchair user ladies, and they have their sections, their shirts, their tassels, their boots or whatever, and they do line dancing like you've never seen line dancing before. It is camp as Christmas. But again, so the debate is, oh, but I want to do line dancing. Yeah, but you're deaf, you're not in an electric wheelchair, you can't do line dancing. So let's have that tassel. Let's find all those different creative fields, and let's be aware that we can't all do the same things, but we could do something different. Let's own the territory. And therefore, we are far more visible and out there. And again, I think that's the most important thing about Unlimited, is that we will be out there. We are in control of the artistic vision. We are in control of hosting the whole festival. We are in charge of policy, and we're in charge of access. So that is about the status of deaf and disabled people in the UK. We are given 3.7 million to create the most extraordinary festival. I've just been talking to Sanchez today. You have to come to England. Don't know how it will happen, But it's really, really important that the exchange, I work with a lot of Australian actors, disabled Australian actors in the UK, because there are more jobs for them in England than there may be here. I think I'm not wrong in saying that, am I? So we need to carry on brokering this relationship. I think it's really important. So I think it's about, if you get together, decide what your theatrical framework is, how you could share resources, do you share a company stage manager, do you share marketing? I don't know, but it's about getting a really fundable framework to profile your excellence in the UK as part of the Cultural Olympiad. But we have to the international programme is going to be announced, or the funding package will be announced in June. I don't know whether Australia is one of the countries that the international symposium will work with. But we can make it so if you give us a framework. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think, oh, that's Kierna. Australian, one of my stars in Whiter Than Snow. She played Frida, the character that Gail read out. You're good, I'm not comparing you. And this is my show that's on at the moment, Caroline Parker, one-woman show, signed song, and a beautiful story, wigs, false eyelashes, fantastic dresses, and we're in a mainstream theatre in the UK, Theatre Royal Stratford East, and then it's going off to the New Wolsey Theatre in Ipswich, which again is a big theatre. And that's what's fantastic, Judith and I now. People are coming to us saying, please, can we co-produce with you? And, oh, I do love Caroline Parker. This should come to England, to Australia. It's beautiful, and it's just, you've got Roberta Flack, you've got Dolly Parton, you've got Tammy Wynette. It's absolute diva stuff. Believe me, Caroline Parker is a diva. Hell to deal with. I'm just thinking about yesterday. And I think I wonder whether we can have a notice board somewhere for all the disabled artists in this room to think about what is the future. What do you need for access? What do you need as your platform for creative excellence? Nobody can do it for you. You're the artist. And it's back to what Gail was saying yesterday. Don't start talking to all the organisations. For God's sake, we've got to take control over our own destiny. We've got that fire in our bellies. We've got the battle of every day of sorting out transport, ramps, access. Use that to be, I'm not saying you have to be political with big capital letters, but by nature of being disabled and fighting to be accepted into the fabric of society, you are political, so use it. So I'm wondering whether, we could all write a statement, a pledge, work with someone, to find someone who's a scribe or whatever. Let's have a whole wall of pledges, of things that we want to happen. It will make the Australian Arts Council's job so much easier, because they will know. Do it. Let this conference be the last conference ever. We've been going to conferences ever since the conferences were invented. And let's stop talking about disability. Let's just be and get on with it. I'm not saying not to carry on talking about disability, but we don't need any more conferences. Let the money go into the art. I'm going to finish with, I'm going to leave these at the front desk. It's a guide to inclusive teaching practice, which all the drama schools in the UK have, so that they can start making their drama practice inclusive, because they are obligated under the law to create proper access for disabled artists. And also we have a DVD called Sightlines, which is around looking at a real diversity of access for blind performers, and it's made by a blind director, and it features all blind actors. And I'm going to shut up. I would like to say thank you very much to my lovely interpreter who they signed the speed of light. Oh, just one thing. Yesterday, I do apologise. Sorry. In England, the sign, if you put your index finger and you make a V with your right hand and you put the V over your index finger, in England, that's a sign for condom. In Australia, it's a sign for application, like funding application. I was very confused yesterday. And on that note, thank you all.